Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs forms a work team to follow up situations of Omani citizens who are in Nepal after it was hit by an earthquake. The Research Council agrees to join membership of Lindor organization and approves the final draft of the Strategic Research Program of Renewable Energy. And the National Center for Statistics and Information wins the Excellence Prize at Information System Conference in Dubai. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in details. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Majesty King William Alexander of the Kingdom of the Netherlands on his birthday. His Majesty the Sultan also sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma of Sierra Leone on his country's independence anniversary. His Majesty sends a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Faure Ganassingbe of Togo on his country's National Day. And His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Dr. Jacob Zuma of South Africa on his country's National Day. A statement issued by the Minister of Foreign Affairs today mentioned that the ministry is closely following up development of the earthquake that hit Nepal and caused hundreds of deaths and injuries. The ministry's statement on its website, it mentioned that for the sake of following up situations of Omani citizens who are in Nepal during this period, a work team was formed to follow up and coordinate with the embassy of the government of Nepal in Muscat. That was for the aim to provide help and assistance to them and to diligently proceed to know the places of their presence and to assure of their conditions, health and safe return to the homeland. The Research Council Authority agreed in its second meeting of the year to join membership of Lindor organization Nobel, which will enable young Omani scientists to compete for the participation in the organization's annual meetings. It also approved the final draft of the strategic research program of the renewable energy researchers. It also initially agreed to set up a research program on non-communicable chronic diseases within the steered strategic research grant program, which was presented by the Ministry of Health. The meeting was presided over by His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed, advisor to His Majesty the Sultan and chairman of the Research Council. The National Center for Statistics and Information won the Excellence Prize for the implementation of usages of geographical information systems at Information Systems Conference being held in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. The prize was for the application of positioning statistical information on smart devices. The prize is one of the highest international prizes at the Middle East and North African region in geographical information systems field. The application provides numerous statistics such as social indices related to population and economic indices that indicate establishments of its service and commercial kinds besides others. The Sultanate in Iran signed an agreement of establishing an investment company with equal composition of Omani and Iranian companies. It came during the visit of businessmen from Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry OCCI to Tehran, which also included the signing of two memorandum of understanding to create sea line transport between Sohar Port and Iranian ports and providing logistics services for the companies in both countries. The delegation of businessmen chaired by His Excellency Saeed bin Saleh Al-Kiyumi, chairman of OCCI. Omani delegation presented visual shows of the investment opportunities in the Sultanate. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and still to come in our news bulletin. The Royal Oman Police celebrates opening of Service Center building in Al Khawd in the Wilaya of Sib. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. International aid teams started arriving into Kathmandu's Tribhuvan International Airport in Nepal today after an earthquake devastated the heavily crowded Kathmandu Valley, killing more than 2,200 people and triggered a deadly avalanche on Mount Everest. With Nepal's government overwhelmed by the scale of the disaster, India flew in medical supplies and relief crews, while China sent in a 60-strong emergency team. Relief agencies said hospitals in the Kathmandu Valley were overflowing and running out of medical supplies. At the airport, lines of people had formed, many desperate to catch a flight out as tremors continued to hit the country. The 7.9 magnitude quake struck at midday yesterday at a busy time of the year for the tourism-reliant country's trekking and climbing season, with an estimated 300,000 foreign tourists in the country, home to many World Heritage sites. Militants unleashed a wave of bombings today targeting commercial areas in and around the Iraqi capital, killing at least 18 civilians as clashes continued between government forces and Daesh militants in Anbar. Baghdad sees near daily bombings mainly targeting security forces. Daesh group is believed to be behind the attacks. The deadliest attack took place in Baghdad's Khilani Square, where a car bomb killed at least 7 people and wounded 25. The car was parked near a mosque and a gathering of motorcycle vendors. Hours earlier, an explosive-laden car exploded in the town of Mahmoudiyah, south of Baghdad, killing at least 4 civilians. 3 people were also killed and 13 wounded in another car bomb explosion in Baghdad's southwestern Amil neighborhood, while 2 others were killed in a blast in the nearby Baya district. In pursuit of strengthening research project between the Ministry of Health and the Cardiff University, the first workshop pertaining to cooperation kicked off in Muscat. I was present at the event and I have this report. In accordance with His Majesty's blessed and prioritized vision, Oman has given importance in enhancing standards of education and research. A 2-day workshop on research collaboration between Ministry of Health and the Cardiff University, UK, commenced this morning. On the UK side, it was led by Professor Dylan Jones, Pro-Vice Chancellor, College of Biomedical and Life Sciences, Cardiff University, with his team of experts.
Well, this is a conference that builds on a relationship we've had for 7 years in the domain of teaching, and what we want to do now is to develop that in research. And I think there are some exciting possibilities where we're hearing now from Oman about ways they want to develop, and many of them align with how we want to develop our research. We want our students to learn from your experiences, from your context, so that they can have skills that are of a wider base and they can go working anywhere in the world and understand health systems, healthcare, and health and medical research.
On the Omani side, it was led by the Research Directorate, attended by representatives from Sultan Qaboos University, Research Council, Ministry of Health Research Focal Point, and universities of Nizwa, Buraymi, and Sur, and other educational institutions. The speeches from Cardiff and Oman highlighted the unique collaboration between the 2 institutions. This was followed by current research projects of the 2 organizations, such as applied research in healthcare sciences, research into cancer by system research, pharmacological and pharmaceutical sciences research, and structural biophysics, optometry, and vision sciences research. From the Omani side, the Health Vision 2050 highlighted the advances of the future and the importance of high standard quality research to deal with challenges of health care. Oman promotes and supports research activities, and thus it strived to become a regional leader in innovation, covering a variety of disciplines. And by working with other international educational institutions such as Cardiff University, will boost the research activities. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Institute of Health Sciences, Al-Wataya. The Royal Oman Police Service Centre building was opened in Al Khoudd in the Wilaya of Sib under the auspices of His Excellency Sayyid Saeed bin Ibrahim Al Busaidi, Deputy Governor of Muscat. It came within the framework of Royal Oman Police to expand services centres in the community so as to serve the individuals in the fields of traffic, passports, residence and civil status. Through this centre, the citizens and residents can complete their transactions easily. The building includes qualified cadres and the latest technologies and communications. The Royal Oman Police also has strategic plans to open such centres in the other wilayas of the Sultanate, in addition to maintain peace in the society to facilitate other services. The souk of the wilaya of Al-Musun'a in the governorate of South Al-Batina is considered one of the historical and traditional souks that represent economic and tourist revenue. People in the wilaya are looking forward to reconstruct the souk, which its corners collapsed for more than 30 years. Each place has its own flavor and each city has a souk narrating its story, history and prosperity. The souk of the wilaya of Al-Musun'a in the governorate of South Al-Batina is one of the ancient and traditional souks which was established 200 years ago. The souk, with its Omani architecture, with the winding narrow lanes, its roof is made from candlewood and palm strands. The market is no longer a destination for people. The souk has become empty after it was swarming with people due to the damage of many of its parts. 150 shops were representing a complete market for various commodities. If we see the reality, the good location of the souk overlooking the sea and its famous fort of Al-Musun'a, all these elements are enough to bring the souk back to life. The Omani Association for Elderly Friends in the Governorate of North Al-Sharqiyya discussed in a workshop the importance of voluntary work in the society and its concept from the Islamic perspective. The workshop had 3 goals. The first one was spreading the culture of voluntary work in the society and the ways of practicing it in reality. The second one was increasing awareness about the effects of voluntary work in serving the society. The third one was highlighting the health services of the elderly. More than 40 volunteers participated in the workshop. The introductory caravan of Expo Milan 2015 arrived in the governorate of Al-Dhahira. The Sultanate will participate in the exhibitions with 2,790 meters national pavilion. The event will start in the 1st of May under the title Heritage in the Harvest Harness of the Sun, Sand and Sea. The caravan introduced the attendees to the various activities and events that will be presented by the Sultanate in the exhibition in addition to the Omani civilization. The training program for parents of children with autism, I'm Not Alone, which inaugurated in the Governorate of South Al-Sharqiyya, discussed methods used to deal with autism children. The program stressed that autism children need special care from their parents to give them opportunity of living with society naturally, where statistics pointed 1 autism case among 1,000 newborns. The ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Awad bin Abdullah Al-Mandari, Wali of the Wilaya of Ja'lan, Bani Bu Hassan. And now for the general weather forecast. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of dust, rising winds in the governorates of Al-Buraymi, Al-Dhahira and low clouds and fog during late night and early morning on the governorates of Al-Buraymi, North and South Al-Sharqiyya and Al-Wusta. Winds will be northerly to northwesterly light to moderate along the coastal areas of Sea of Oman, and it will be northwesterly light to moderate along the rest of the Sultanate. Seas will be moderate along the southeastern coast and the coast of the governorate of Musandam with the maximum wave height of 2 meters, while along the rest of the coasts it will be slight with the maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs forms a work team to follow up situations of Omani citizens who are in Nepal after it was hit by an earthquake. The Research Council agrees to join membership of Lindor organization and approves the final draft of the strategic research program of renewable energy. And the National Center for Statistics and Information wins the Excellence Prize at the Information System Conference in Dubai. With that, we come to an end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here in the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.